Hi. It's been a while, at least for me. I'm not gonna put a trigger warning on this, because if you clicked on this video, I'm pretty sure you should be prepared for some spoilers. So yeah. Finally finished reading this. Lord of the Rings, and well, I was actually planning yesterday or earlier this week that I was like, oh yeah, let's do an unboxing with the Muscle Mice. But I was so done yesterday, so just look at the latest community post. But yeah, this video will be comparison. Because honestly, I spent like 2 hours reading the last 50 pages of this. It's 1031. So yeah. So I'm not actually super impressed with the movies. But I mean, this book, like, comparison, I don't think I would ever be happy watching Lord of the Rings if I have read the movie. If I've read the book first, I would never be able to like come up in the level of truly appreciating the movies. So yeah, if the movies are like 6 out of 10, this is 8 out of 10. So yeah. As you guys can see, it's a thickest. Oh yeah, by the way, you see these lines, a little bit vague, but there are 2 lines. They're not actually where like the books end and where they start, so it was fun. But yeah, what do I actually think about this? Well, first of all, we have Tom Bombadil. I talked about it in my Silmarillion video, that this one has Tom Bombadil. I was very sad in the ending when he didn't show up again. Like, I felt that I needed the weirdness of him in the end, but no, you don't get that. And obviously the movies don't have him, so if you're willing to watch this but I've only seen the movies, like, welcome to Tom Bombadil, you're really missing out. Him and his secret hot lady. But yeah, so typical of the movie, which I also talked about in Bilbo, you know, the Hobbit. What takes like 2 days or something, not even a day in movies, they seem to take like weeks in this. So the first thing I notice is that they have so much singing. Like, there's singing throughout the whole goddamn book. It would probably end up being a musical if it was real. But I mean, this is just basic. I think most people that have read the book know this, but you know, it's my video, I do what I want. Frodo actually sells Bag's End before he leaves Hobbiton to the family that was trying to steal Bilbo's stuff when he was gone. Yeah, so he's moving, well, legit moving, and actually in the movies when Bilbo disappeared, it was like the day after Gandalf came and be like, hey, yo, boy. In the book, it took a couple of weeks, months, years, a long time. And when Gandalf found him, Frodo thought it was the family he will later sell Bagan to, and Gandalf was like, "Hey yo, you better open the door, you goddamn hobbit, otherwise I'll blow the fucking house out." So yeah, I definitely feel like we really miss out on Gandalf in the movies. But in the beginning of the adventure to get to Bree, they did, before Tom Bombadil, have another friend. So like just before they walked off to Bree, they had another friend. Fat. No, goddamn it. Yeah. He was called Fatty. And then they met Tom Bombadil, and they walked for God knows how long until they got to Bree. From there, the story is quite similar, except that they got like this super old donkey or something. Either a horse or a donkey, and no one else wanted it, but they took it with them. They were so goddamn close to like dying between Bree and Rivendell, but Strider came and saved them. And in actual Rivendell, there is not a lot that's different, but there is a difference in Gimli's dad, Gloin, is actually with at the meeting, and does comment to Legolas after Legolas says like, "Oh yeah, well we sorta treated Gollum quite well when we captured him," and Gloin was like, You treated Gollum better than you treated us? What the So yeah, and I also find it funny that no one seems to like really point out the fact that Legolas called Gimli like a mutant thing when he was younger. When the Gloin and the company was captured by Legolas, he called Gloin's son, aka Gimli, a mutant freak or something. So, bro. Yeah, and obviously you don't get the horrifying visual scene with Bilbo standing there like really messed up. Oh god, do I even remember anything more? I know they sang when Boromir died, so that's something. Like, as I said, they sing all the damn time. Gollum is definitely more stalking in the book than in the movie. And goddamn, Sam is so done. He's so prepared to stab him. He's super hating on Gollum, like the movie doesn't do it justice. He's prepared to stab him at any time. Though I do like later on in the movie, after Pippin and Merry has separated and they're fighting each of their own war. Like afterwards you get more, I don't remember, was it Merry or Pippin? Well, either way, one of the hobbits, they just like go around town and be somewhat depressed that they don't have the other hobbit with them. And for some reason, Tolkien thought it was nice to focus on that instead of focus on Legolas and Gimli or Aragorn or anyone else. He thought it was very important for us to know that he made a friend in the town where he was stuck. But honestly, it has been very fun reading. Obviously, a lot of pages. What I was most impressed by? I don't know, confused, impressed. I don't know what to call it. Because when they were done, first of all, like the actual like climbing the mountain to like burn the ring, they were basically dying here. Like they were so done, half dying, they were starving, they were dehydrated. While in the movie they were like, oh yeah, this took us 2 days. Like, But when they did it and they finally returned to Hobbiton, it was basically goddamn Soviet Union or something. Like, bandits had taken over the place, they rationed the food, everyone was half starving, everything was shit. And obviously Pippin, Merry, Sam and Frodo saved the day, even though Frodo didn't get that much appreciation for it. And in the book, he actually got a I don't know, a tree seed from Lady Galadriel. And since the people that had taken over the town had burned down the party tree, he decided to plant a new tree, which was basically that Galadriel pointed out, like, yeah, well, now Hobbiton will be blessed. Though I do like that you get to read about hobbits, like, taking out axes and fighting people, and they're actually dying, but they killed so many more. Like, can you see that in this? Like, the average hobbit in Hobbiton literally just comes and be like, look at my axe. I can do the same thing as dwarves do. But yeah, I still cried at the end, even though I knew what was gonna happen. In the movie, when I watched the movie, I thought they were more like prepared to that Frodo was gonna sail off. But in this you get like, yeah, we're gonna celebrate Bilbo's birthday. Oh, by the way, bye! So that was quite awful. But I do like one thing with this edition. I don't know if all of them has it. Oh yeah, by the way, the Ents, like Treebeard, you know, the talking tree, he was so much better in the book. Like, he actually had some intelligence. Like, yeah, we know you're not orcs, and we will have this conversation, this gathering, because we want to discuss something else. And they stayed there like for days, like they got to sleep in his cabin or whatever. So that was interesting. No, it wasn't there, Yeah, you get like dates, well, years and historical events. So for example, you get circa 1,000 in the first year. No? Second age. What? Oh yeah. First age ended in the Great Battle. Basically, after the first age, people started existing. So the second age is, for example, around the year 1000 in the second age. Sauron, alarmed by the growing power of Númenóreans, chooses Mordor as a land to make a stronghold. He begins building Barad-dûr. So in this one you do get like the whole thing. Like they also have a little bit in, I think, the fourth age. You get very minimal in what happens after people sail off. And I was so it was so upsetting when I read the last thing because it was when, yeah, you can. It was when the Aragorn died. Pippin and Merry actually got to have their tombs, their graves, next to his. Especially Pippin, because he wasn't actually released from duty, so he was technically still a soldier for Aragorn. So yeah, there's some small things that is definitely different in this. I know it's not really going deep into the whole book and stuff, but I'm like, don't people actually know what it's about nowadays? I mean, I hope you do. It's definitely a cultural classic. I don't think you can really be a reader and not have read Lord of the Rings. Though I do find one thing interesting, that is actually supposed to be 6 books, but when the publisher got like the books from Tolkien, they were like, oh, 3 books. So yeah, that's kind of, you know. But yeah, I definitely recommend reading Lord of the Rings. Like honestly, it's very nice. It's definitely worth it. Is it worth this super expensive one I have? I mean, it depends on how much into lore you are. Usually I'm not that into lore, but I find it very interesting to read, like, oh, Legolas and Gimli, they rebuilt trust between their two people, and then they sailed off together to the Grey Heavens, I think they're calling it. And obviously they do have how you learn the language in it. Sadly, Duolingo only gives me opportunity with High Valyrian. So I'm currently learning High Valyrian and Japanese. So hopefully, not too many years, maybe I will be able to speak 4 languages, one of which is completely made up. But yeah, if anyone watched this, thank you very much. I hope you found at least the book intriguing. Like, if you have only watched the movie, I definitely recommend maybe like go to the library, borrow the book, and like see how it goes. Though I do have one thing that I found very questionable, and it's this word. So they used it in the book as I don't even remember what it was. It was something like, oh, you aren't being this. So obviously I had to look it up, and I was like, because for me it's very, very wrong. But that's also the thing, that especially when you read original English, well, this is not super original, but it's famous for trying to be as original as possible. You do get words like that. Because, like, the perfect example is that Gabe meant happy or jolly earlier. But that was a word I have never heard before, so that was interesting. So, yeah, if you decide to read Lord of the Rings, especially in English, be prepared for words like this, and please look them up. And I have no idea what my next video will be, because I just finished off the assignment for university. But I know next on my reading list is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This is the Slytherin edition. I think it's a 20th anniversary edition as well. Yes. I know there has been some controversy regarding Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy. I have ordered it for the Switch, so I won't get it until summer. But I do get that people are upset with the whole trans thing. It's understandable. Personally, I was more prepared since I play Hogwarts Mystery, which is basically a cheaper, exact same thing, but right before Harry Potter starts school. And obviously the characters won't be that different, that you can only choose like, oh, I can be a boy or a girl, and I can like either girls or boys. I mean, I understand that. I do understand that some people are upset that you can't like be trans in Hogwarts Legacy. But I also think that thinking about that it's actually meant to be in the 1800s, it's kind of hard to... Like, I know there existed trans people during that time, but I also understand why it wouldn't have been something official in a school, you know. But yeah, obviously, J.K. Rowling wants to earn money from it, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be continuing on. And I don't know if No, I don't think I like J.K. Rowling as a person, but she is a good author. Like, obviously, the Harry Potter books are among the most famous ones, but her statements and the sequel to the Harry Potter series, no. So yeah, I do like the concept of Harry Potter. I understand why people are upset with Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not, though I do have an understanding. But yeah, so I'll start reading Harry Potter. I'll cherish my Lord of the Rings book for God knows how long. Like, I don't think anyone knows at this point, not even me. But yeah, hopefully I won't be so done with university that I actually make a video about evaluation for you guys, because you don't want it, and goddamn, I don't know if I want that. Peace.